When are champions born? Is it when the clock runs out and players storm the field? Are you only as good as your last win? Or are true champions revealed in the grind? Individual moments where belief in yourself, trust in your team, and the grit to stand up and strive are all that matter. Welcome to the 61st Pop Warner Super Bowl. This is the time for champions. #61st Pop Warner Super Bowl, Game 2 of 4 live games this afternoon from the ESPN Wide World of Sports. On tap, a Division I junior varsity semifinal. The Goulds Rams set to take on North Philadelphia and the Aztecs. Quick check of the bracket, and you can see our game at the bottom of the bracket. Going to take on the winner of the game between Dorchester and North Raleigh. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Dave Weekley happened to be here again alongside Doug Graber. And Doug, the cream is coming to the top. The matchups are getting better and better. One of these teams is going to go on to the championship game, and one is not. It's an emotional game for these young guys, their coaches, and their fans.
Year after year. The North Philadelphia is always good football, and of course Gould, Miami area. I mean, what can you say? These teams that come up from Miami have been dominant.
You touched on it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map, and we'll show you exactly where they are located. Junior varsity matchup. 232 miles from ESPN Wide World of Sports. And they got a great greeting from Florida City, who just finished off their game in the junior varsity Pee-wees, winning over Far West. And the coach, Patrick Terry. And he'd like to get to the championship round, obviously. And what about North Philadelphia, the Aztecs? This Google Earth shot out of Philly ought to be pretty nice. There you go. High temperature today in Philadelphia, 46 degrees. Our high temp here in Orlando probably going to be about maybe, 40 degrees warmer? Greg Bonner is their coach. A junior varsity matchup should be a good one.
And Greg Bonner's been here before. He's coached this team 9 years. They won it in 2014 and 2015.
Well, first things first. Anytime you deal with any team from South Florida, you got to talk about their outstanding speed. So negating that speed, we'll see how this gang from North Philadelphia does.
Yeah, that's always the issue, and they'll have their hands full today. No question about that.
Goulds in the red and the white. Those are sharp uniforms for the Aztecs from North Philadelphia.
Got to be some form of a squib kickoff.
So here we go, junior varsity national semifinals, Field 17, ESPN Wide World of Sports, and we are underway. Goulds will take the kick at the 25-yard line to the 40, and that will be it. Amari Walker on the return.
Good lane discipline by the Aztecs. Boy, look at those uniforms.
How about those pants?
Wow. That is pretty cool stuff.
Hud Patton on the tackle for North Philadelphia. 1st and 10, just underway. Catch how Aztecs are written on the side.
Boy, I tell you what, every year these teams continue to outdo themselves when it comes to their uniforms. A spread formation.
Goulds will start from their own 40-yard line. High snap. Quarterback keeper all the way to the 46-yard line and pick up a first down. A pickup of 6 yards on first down.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of teams in the tournament spread the field and then, of course, try to, Gould in particular, use their speed to get something moving up the field.
That's Anton Coney, the quarterback. This is a big roster. We have 31 players on this roster for Goulds.
3 by 1, gun.
Trips to the top, 4 wide, low snap. Wide receiver screen. That's going to be a first down to the 48-yard line.
You know, and in talking to Coach Terry, Anton Coney, the quarterback, he can do it all. And I'll tell you what, this is pretty athletic right here, and he's got some arm strength, that's for sure. Let's see if the wide receiver can get the block. He did, but the inside pursuit got him.
Colin Bethel on the reception, number 21. So it's a first down right out of the chute for the Rams, and they are into North Philadelphia territory at the 48-yard line. Triple stack to the bottom, single wide receiver up top. And this time, the young guys from North Philadelphia not messing around. A 2-yard loss, it'll be second down and 12. And the shotgun snap hasn't been as clean as you'd like early on.
No, it hasn't. And again, but you know, it's interesting that all these teams in Pop Warner, that they all mimic what they see. And college football, the spread offense, it's even, you know, obviously creeping into the NFL. Gun, spread offense, zone read, option football, wide receiver screens. Talking about this quarterback, Coach Terry said he can make all the throws. He can do it all. So it's going to be fun to watch him today.
Triple stack again to the near side.
Anton Coney, you see him right. Coney, you see him
Check
right
that
there.
To the far side.
Yep.
Jason Carroll heads up our refereeing crew this afternoon for this one. Winner goes through to the national championship.
No penalty
game.
on the play.
Going to put that in his pocket.
And Goulds, they major in 10 personnel, 4 wide receivers and 1 back.
Coney did not field that snap cleanly, and the running back was able to get on that ball. It would have been a turnover.
Yeah, the snap was not good, and we've had some issues with that already in this first series. And it starts there, Dave. You have to make good snaps. And every snap has been not good. Low, high, nice job by Coney to make something out. There's another way to the right. Another bad snap. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Going to have to work on that. Bobby Bruce might be just a little bit nervous in there, number 10.
Yep.
Third down and 14.
There we go.
Coney to throw right across the middle. Pass is going to be ruled. Still no figure. Still no call.
In the NFL, that would have been an incompletion. It would be interesting to see. And it looks like they have ruled it a fumble.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
It is. It is a fumble.
Let's see if he had control.
So Coney with a pass.
Boy, he's got a gun. Yeah, I you know what? I can go along with that call. He definitely had control. Even in the NFL, that would have been a tough decision there. I think in the NFL, that would have been incomplete, but here, a fumble.
Walker with the fumble. And so North Philadelphia will take over the ball at their own 39-yard line.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Caden's got him.
So it'll be 1st and 5 from the 44. And they'll start in the offset eye. 3 wide receivers to the wide side. Hand off to the tailback. And that's going to be a 4-yard gain up to the 48-yard line, and another flag is down.
Dylan Pendle is the running back, 44.
Yeah, Pendle is related to...
Chop block. Offense.
Let's take a look at the left tackle here and the call on the chop block, and no question, that's a great call by the officials. And these officials in Pop Warner, safety, the #1 priority, they do a great job. That was absolutely a great call.
Dylan Pendle, the tailback, number 44, is related to Rocket and Qadri Ismail.
And you see Wiz on the back of the jerseys of the Aztecs, and that's in honor of the president there of their organization who passed away last year, Coach Wiz.
Time to see the North Philly Aztecs Swagboyz get the win. Season dedicated to Coach Wiz. Hashtag RIP, hashtag Pop Warner SB. By the way, if you're watching at home, you can send us a tweet. Just put that hashtag Pop Warner SB in and it'll come right to us. On the carry, out to the 39-yard line. And there's a variety of other ways to follow this tournament on social media. Instagram, Facebook. Pop Warner's official account is Pop_Warner, and you can send us a tweet at hashtag PopWarnerSB. So a nice gain. Sets up 2nd down and 11. Ball at the 39-yard line. And oh my goodness, what a great play into the backfield very, very quickly.
Yep. Kadarius Boyd, number 18.
Yep.
Great penetration. Watch Boyd right here get the penetration right there. Outstanding job, Kadarius. He's also their top offensive lineman as well.
It didn't take long to get working on those snaps.
Well, you called it, David. A little nerves to start the game. His last snap was a good snap.
Totally understandable. I think there's nerves on both sides here, trying to get into a national title game. Run into the wide side, and Pendle can't get away. And he's going to be brought down at just over the 35-yard line. A flag is down. Another flag. Mark Evans made the stop for Goulds.
Mark Evans, the outside backer to the left side of their defense.
Yards back. It'll be 15 yards back. 3rd down, or decline it, and it's 4th down. Right. Chop block. Offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Let's take a look at the offensive center here who was called on the chop block. Yeah. Well, that's called on any level of football. The defensive tackle was in contact with the guard and and they've got to get that corrected right now. You cannot do that on any level of football.
Clock running again. It's 4th down and 13. Punt team is not coming out. Could we see a quick kick here, or maybe they'll go for it on 4th and 13 from the 36? And it's a quarterback keeper all the way, and he's going to be dragged down back at the 29-yard line. Wow, another outstanding defensive play. Tyrell Williams made the stop for Goulds.
Boy, it's readily apparent early here that both of these teams have a lot of athletes, a lot of tall young guys that can go. And watch Tyrell Williams right here chase this thing down. Nice open field tackle too.
So Goulds has outstanding field position. We've got 2 more live games coming later today. 1:15, Pee-wees, Palmetto and Northwest, and then varsities, the big guys, Hartford and Pompano Beach at approximately 3:15. Doubleheader 1:15 and 3:15 Eastern. And what's going on over at the HP Pavilion? Well, the 2017 National Championships for Cheer and Dance ongoing at the moment. And we'll have 2 hours of live coverage. That'll be Thursday, tomorrow, beginning at 5 p.m. You can check it out on ESPN3 and on the Watch ESPN app. And those young ladies are all over Disney Wide World of Sports. They're having a blast.
They are, and I love sticking my head in there. And that competition is elite as well.
And you can see the close proximity of Field 17 to the field house. Breaking a tackle and taking it down inside the red zone to the 15-yard line. And Ken Moore on the carry, number 6.
Yeah, just a very simple isolation play. Good open field tackle, but wow, what a bunch of athletes. And Dave, I thought that was really neat where the Florida City team supported their neighbors here when they came out for this game.
I agree. I like that a lot, too. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Offset eye for Goulds. They're in the red zone. Quarterback stumbled away from center and still managed to get down near the 12-yard line for a short pickup.
This is an issue on every single level of football. When you run from the gun and under center, I've seen so many games I've done this year with college teams that have had the same problems. It's hard to be really good at both. And that's a pretty good recovery there because that was a negative play waiting to happen. He did not get the snap clearly from the center. He's had multiple issues early in this game.
Good look at Coney at quarterback. Hand off to the tailback. They try the right side. And North Philly is there to stone that. Thrown back at the 11-yard line. 3rd down coming up. Maurice Beverly made the stop.
Yep, and he is the strong side linebacker, and he's a good one. Well, a very historic program, both of these. Both of them have been here multiple times.
3rd and 6, the line to make is the 5-yard line. We'll see if Gould decides to put it up here. Coney back to pass, thrown across the middle, and that pass in and out of the hands of a defender at the goal line should have been picked off. Yasser Williams had both hands on that ball, and it's 4th down.
Well, he threw it inside, and the receiver broke outside, and that's dangerous. Yeah, see the receiver, the outside receiver was coming in for the football, and the timing was totally off.
I think Bethel may have gotten just a hand on that ball that deflected it before it got to Williams. 4th down and 6.
You know, when you're a wide receiver running an inside route, there's no half speed, buddy. You better run it full speed.
Obviously, Gould's going to go for it here. Three wide receivers and 2 backs. Coney back to pass. Under duress to the end zone. Tipped, incomplete. Tried to get that to Evans.
Yeah, Coney very athletic. He avoids the rush here, scrambles to his right, and makes a pretty good throw. This ball was catchable, although thrown behind him. And that was Cornelius Wright was the intended receiver.
Yeah, the font is kind of tough to read on Gould's uniforms. That's a 1 and not a 7. He knows he should have had it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That looks like a 1 as well. We're going to have a problem with that all day.
I think you're right. So 1st down carry. Whistle stops progress out near the 15-yard line for a 4-yard gain. Going to be 2nd down and 6. Closing in on the final minute of our opening quarter. No score here. Junior varsity national semifinals in Division I between the Gould Rams from Miami and North Philadelphia. Gorgeous day here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. And now as we're starting to get a little bit closer to noontime, we've just moved past 11 a.m. Eastern, Sun is high in the sky. Looking for a high temperature today in the low 80s.
Yeah, North Philadelphia lost last year in the final game.
Gould says they have it.
They do.
And on the bottom of the pile, coming up with it, is Coney, the quarterback.
Can't see if the ball was stripped or if he never had control. Let's take a look. Quick hitter to the fullback. Yeah, he never had control of football. Just not a clean exchange at all. And of course, the quarterback, subbing as also a linebacker, made a nice play.
Yep. So Coney comes up with the fumble recovery and leads the offense back out onto the field. 1st and 10 at the North Philadelphia Aztecs 17. And timeout is called by the Rams.
See, Coach Terry, he played for Goulds when he was a little guy. Then he went on to Southridge High School. He works at a hospital in the Miami area, and he's like many of these Pop Warner coaches, played in Pop Warner, comes back and gives back.
Doug, let's go ahead and take a look at the brackets. These Division I junior varsity games are going on simultaneously, and you can see no score in our game. Meanwhile, the other game that's happening right now, Dorchester from Mass and North Raleigh, the Bulldogs from North Carolina, there is not a score in that game as well, and they've moved into the second quarter, and we will have the championship of that game later on this week. Championship of the two survivors of the semifinals that are going on simultaneously here at ESPN Wide World of Sports as part of the 61st Pop Warner Super Bowl.
You know, we talk about the uniforms. The coaches are decked out pretty good, too.
Yeah, they look good. 1st and 10 from the 17 after the timeout by the Rams. How about that great defense by North Philadelphia? Nothing happening there. No gain, 2nd down and 10.
Goulds was 9-2 on the season, and of course not unusual with the teams from Miami because the competition is so good. Beautiful, beautiful coaching outfits. I'll tell you what, the players got it, the coaches got it going on too.
Patrick Terry on the left for Gould, Greg Bonner, the coach of North Philadelphia, on the right. 2nd down and 10 from the 17 after the turnover. Trying to keep this ball on the ground again. Oh, that may be on a touchdown-saving tackle by Maurice Beverly.
Yeah, Maurice Beverly has made a lot of good plays already from the strong side linebacker spot. It's just a simple ISO play. Good cut right there, and that's the strong backer, Beverly, Maurice Beverly, stepping in from the strong side of the formation.
And that's the end of the quarter. Greg Bonner imploring his defense to keep playing tough. We've come to the end of the first quarter of play. Junior Varsity Division I National Semifinals. Goulds Rams, the Aztecs from North Philly, no score.
When kids get really excited about my children's books, that's the best reaction. What's great about Paint 3D, it's exciting to see a shark come to life and come off the page. When the work creates a feeling in a kid, it feels great. It's addictive. You want to keep doing it.
Dorchester and North Raleigh. This is the other Junior Varsity Division I semifinal, and the Bulldogs from North Carolina into the end zone with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion kick. They lead Dorchester 8-0. Meanwhile, here in our game, let's begin the second quarter of play, where the Goulds Rams are facing 3rd down and 5 from the 12-yard line, trying to cash in on a turnover by the North Philadelphia Aztecs. No score as we begin the second quarter of play. Straight back, no play action. Throw to the wide side of the field. That's a catch by Cornelius Wright, and he's going to be stripped of the football. Stripped of the football, and coming back the other way is Dylan Prindle. Prindle across the 40 and finally driven out of bounds at the Gould Rams 35.
Boy, what a turn of events that was. Oh, the ball is just stripped. Excellent job. And, of course, Dylan Pindle, the running back and a weak side linebacker. Talking about sudden change. Going in for a score, and all of a sudden it's going the other way.
Yeah, Cornelius Wright was unhappy. He thought maybe the whistle should have blown, but I think that's a good-looking play and a good play, heads-up play by Pindle.
Boy, when you get to this level of the competition, I'll tell you, these teams do all the little things. They strip the football. They run so well to the football. They're sound on offense and defense.
Officially from the 37-yard line. Inside, spinning, down near the 27. Goes Talik Burton.
Yep. That was an unusual formation. They were in the gun, and it was a short snap to the up back.
So Burton goes right over to the Aztec sideline, and you can see him getting a word with Greg Bonner, the head coach. And he'll
Personal
relay
foul,
that.
sideline interference against the defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
The Goulds defensive sideline a little too enthusiastic.
Moves the ball down to the 19-yard line where it's going to be a first down. Direct snap to Pindle. And Pindle goes inside the 10-yard line and down to the 7. So it's all Pindle all the time. He has the big fumble recovery, and now he takes the ball down inside the 10.
This young man is related to Quadre and Rocket Ishmael. Pretty good bloodlines, Dave.
No doubt. Kadri, of course, known mostly for his play with the Baltimore Ravens, and Rocket Ismail was a great star in college at Notre Dame. Second down and 3. Ramir Stewart on the keeper to the end zone. Touchdown.
Well executed. Got the corner. Very well blocked at the point of attack. That was a great block by Patton, number 11, that helped spring him right at the point of attack. Nice block by the wide receiver.
Good job stretching out there.
Yep.
So the 2-point kick coming here.
Straight on kicker.
Burton to kick it. And it's no good. Wide to the left.
Flag. Speaking of Rocket Ismail, Dave, how'd you like to be a player and have a play named after
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Defense, half the distance to the goal, retry.
The rocket screen.
Yep, exactly right.
Let's take a look at the roughing the kicker. Wow.
Man, look at all the white jerseys in there on the kicker. My goodness.
Oh!
So get another crack at this. And that was Tyrell Williams who came flying in there.
Yeah, when you try to block the kick, you've got to cut way across in front to the block point.
All right, so half the distance, they're going to go for 1 here. Quarterback keeper, end zone. 1-point conversion is successful, 7-0. And that was Stewart who scored the touchdown and then takes it in for a 1-point conversion after the score. 7-0 North Philadelphia.
Boy, you talk about a change. Goulds is ready to go in for a score. All of a sudden the ball's going the other way, and now they're down 7-zip.
There's the Disney World Hollywood Tower. You can see that in the distance.
What a great complex. This is, I'll tell you, folks, if you haven't been here, wide world of sports and all the attractions, it's awesome.
There's the HP Pavilion, where we've been talking about the dance championships this morning. And look how close it is to Field 17, where this national semifinal is being fought out between Goulds and North Philadelphia today.
Hey, look at the shoes.
Man, check those out.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Doug, you're a former special teams coach in the NFL. What's the advantage of putting the ball on a tee like that?
Well, just this. You get some crazy kicks and just that.
Yep.
Get some crazy bounces. And oh, boy, this is going to be horrible field position for Gould. The Rams could not handle that, and that's the answer to the question. That's why people do it.
And that was Amari Walker, who just got on the football. I think that was probably a real good idea.
Yep.
Back at the 20-yard line. So that's where the Rams will start 1st and 10. Down early, 7-0. 8.5 minutes to go till halftime.
Rams has played well up to this point, but the huge turnover, and now, of course, mishandling the kick now. Very poor field position. Anton Coney, number 4, has been impressive so far.
Coney, the quarterback, empty backfield this time. They set up a jailbreak screen, and it works to perfection. Look at this. This could go inside the 50, cutting back. Beautiful move by Mark Evans. He's going to take this to the house, 80 yards for a touchdown.
Boy, did he ever pluck this football. You know, it doesn't take long to figure out this young man's got a lot of talent. Yeah, just watch this catch. And this is what we call a plucker. Watch him get up, and boy, just smooth and easy. Catch that. Throws a little high, but man, I'll tell you, tall, good-looking athlete, cut back right there. I think he would have scored either way had he stayed outside or cut it back. And of course, that was Cornelius Wright, number 1, leading the way. Wow.
So that's an 84-yard touchdown. And Goulds is on the board. Whistles before the kick. So we played a scoreless first quarter.
Snap, encroachment, defense, half the distance to the goal. Retry.
And then we had 2 touchdowns within 30 seconds of each other.
Yeah, and of course one set up by the turnover, and that was just set up by a terrific play by Mark Evans. Very impressive, and a nice throw by Anton Coney. Throw was high, but he just made it look so easy.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Rams have the lead for the first time this morning.
Look at the pluck of the football, and you talk about smooth and fluid. That is pretty right there. Cut back. Boy, Mark Evans, very impressive. Very impressive by Mark Evans. I'm sure that the University of Miami will be watching this young man closely as he develops. Amazing, the athletes that come out of South Florida. You know, the key there is that it just didn't even make it look so easy.
Yeah. Well, Greg Bonner, you can see him in the middle of his team trying to coach him up here. They enjoyed the lead for less than 30 seconds.
Got mishandled the kickoff, and boom, right off the bat. That was like, what, 85 yards?
84.
84, yeah.
Halftime at the other game, North Raleigh, the Bulldogs lead Dorchester 8-0. Winner of that game meets the winner of this game in the junior varsity national title game.
10, 11, and 12-year-olds. Folks, these players are 10, 11, and 12. Skilled. Well coached. Got an issue here. Offsides? Let's see. See Coach Terry.
So Coney, the quarterback, will handle the kickoff chores. Move the ball back to the 35-yard line. What is it about head coaches and backpacks today?
Yeah, we've had a bunch of them.
What's in that backpack?
Must be the game plan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is Pop Warner. Could be juice boxes. From the 35. And that had to pick it up.
Oh, what
Great
a
move. 50, spinning down to the 43-yard line. Really nice return by Ramir Stewart.
Ramir Stewart just made a very subtle move at the last second. Watch this on the sideline. Inside, and look at this little move outside. Nice.
Talking about Florida players, how about notable Pop Warner alums from the Sunshine State? Ray Lewis, Chris Johnson, Derrick Henry, and Frank Gore. Got a lot of talent right there.
Oh, boy, I guess so. When I was the head coach at Rutgers and we played Miami and had this skinny little middle backer freshman, by the end of the second quarter, I said, who is that guy?
And Frank Gore's had a long career.
Oh, he's been terrific.
Direct snap to Pendle. And Pendle,
well blocked.
He's got the first down and a little bit more. Goes inside the 30, and he's not going to be driven out until he gets to the 25.
This could be a high-scoring affair. There's just a lot of speed and a lot of skill by both teams. Watch at the point of attack. Good block. That was number 11 again now. That's the second time that we've called his name on an outstanding block at the perimeter. That was Patton.
Pendle picks up 15 on that first down carry. It's another first down. From the 25. He spotted the hole and he exploded through it. Down to the 21-yard line goes Ramir Stewart. You know, those Aztec helmets are sharp too.
They are? Yeah, see what Oregon has started in football? I mean, that's where it all started.
Those are sharp.
And Dave, to be honest with you, I kind of didn't like it. I'm more of a tradition guy, but I'm into it now.
I like the number on one side and the logo on the other.
Yeah.
Here's Pendle. Flag is down behind him, and he's dragged down at the 21-yard line. I think this penalty is going to go against North Philadelphia.
And they may decline this because they were held to no gain. That would set up. That would make it third down and about 7. Jermaine Wilson right there.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay second down.
You never decline a holding penalty. I've learned that a long time ago. Just, the yardage, 10 or 15 yards, depending on what level of football you're at, you just, defensively, you got to take them back. If it's a 5-yard penalty, you decline it. Look at the shoes. Everybody's styling.
Second down and 17. 6.5 to go until halftime on a turning clock.
Oh, he's got it.
Wide open. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Frank Pescatore.
You could see that right off the get. He came wide open early, and that was a nice throw by Stewart. Wide open. Totally uncovered on the play action right here. Came right from the tight end spot and beautifully thrown, and nobody within 5 yards. got to read your keys as a defensive back. The tight end released right now. That wasn't that complicated.
So Burton is on to attempt the 2-point kick. And it's up and good. So it's 15-8.
Great play action fake here. Nice job of hiding the football by Stewart, and a terrific throw. You know, that's an art, Dave, to really put the ball on the hip like he just, and as you can see from that shot, that's tough to see. And a nice following from Philadelphia.
Yep. 6:21 to go until halftime. And this one flowing back and forth. And we've had a lot of scoring here early in the second quarter. Dre sends a tweet. Let's go Aztecs. Hashtag Agent 7. That's got to be Maurice Beverly. Hashtag Pop Warner SB.
Well, they won it in 14. They won it in 2015. And North Philadelphia lost in the final last year. So they know what they're doing. The Coach Bonner, 9-year Pop Warner coach, they know what this is all about.
And the coach says, quote, we try to be at our best, to always look our best, uniform-wise, on the field. Our motto is to play fast and be physical. Swag matters is a code we live by.
I love the tribute to their past president of their organization, Coach Wiz. His name is on the back of every uniform. That's pretty cool.
15-8, North Philadelphia with a lead. Long way to go in this one.
Could be a high scoring affair.
I think you're right.
Oh.
That doesn't help.
Oh.
Kick goes out of bounds.
That's a bad error. So Goulds will have good field position. That's 6:21 to go here in the second quarter.
He wants it there. 36. He wants it where it went out? All right. Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball be placed where it went out of bounds. First down.
Boy, the combination that we saw earlier of the throw to the wide receiver, Evans. Wow. Scary.
Went for an 84-yard touchdown. And Goulds is going to have good field position after this kickoff that goes out of bounds.
You know, the wide receivers in our game today, Dave, are such dominant factors, more so than any time in the history of the game.
From the 36-yard line. Bad snap. And the Rams are able to get back on it.
See it so much in football. The problems with the center quarterback exchange, and a lot of this, it looked like he pulled a little early, did Cody, but a lot of this is due to the fact that everybody runs the gun and under center, and it's hard to be good at both. It takes a lot of reps. I've seen it over and over in the college games that I've done this year. A lot of just terrible exchanges, bad gun snaps or bad snaps from under center.
Two more live games this afternoon. Palmetto and Northwest at 1:15. Hartford, Pompano Beach at 3:15. Wow. Big hit.
Wow.
It's going to be third down and long, and the boys from North Philadelphia love that.
Watch this. Watch the safety here.
Oh, man. Nice hit.
Take it back. That was a corner. That was Ramirez Stewart. That sideline exploded on that collision. Number one. They list him as a middle linebacker, but he's playing corner in this game.
Gould's going to go with 4 wide, trips to the bottom here, looking for single coverage at the top. And we got a flag before the snap.
First thing I want to know, where is Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Prior to the snap. Snap infraction. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
He's out there. There he is, number 7.
I would locate him immediately if I was North Philly.
Tell you, Wright, number 1. And Evans, number 7. Those guys are double trouble for the Rams.
Yeah. And Coney can get it to him.
Yes, they can. Meanwhile, inside the HP Fieldhouse, the 2017 Dance Championships, Dance and Cheer Championships continue. Look at that crowd on the floor. Look at that. We got 2 hours of live coverage of that tomorrow, beginning at 5 o'clock. How many kids are out there at the same time?
Little line dance.
Yeah. What do you think? That's got to be north of 100 people, right?
Yeah. Cool.
By the way, you can send us a tweet at hashtag PopWarnerSB. We're hearing from fans of North Philadelphia. We want to hear from Goulds too. And you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Snap. False start offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Doc, got any insight on why we've had so many penalties?
Well, obviously, the first thing I would say is nerves. But
Yeah.
it's second game. It really shouldn't be that way, I don't think.
You think it could be maybe an adjustment just to the officials in this national tournament?
Very possibly.
3rd and 18. That ball hangs up there. That could be trouble. And tell you what, the Rams were lucky that ball fell to the turf. There were at least 3 North Philadelphia Aztecs trying to get to that ball. Look at that.
And I'll tell you what, that's a great job by the receiver, Ken Moore, of really, that ball should have been intercepted. He was very aggressive going for the football right there, and that saved him.
And it wasn't 3, it was 4 defenders were there.
And Coney, he had no chance there. He had a tremendous pressure on him right there.
All right, so 4th and 18, and the Rams are in punt formation. And that's always an adventure in Pop Warner as well. These teams tend to be so dominant during the regular season that they very rarely punt.
High snap.
High snap.
Good job getting the football away.
Did get it out of there. And it takes a nice Rams roll inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. So they avert disaster there and kick the ball away to the Aztecs. So the guys from North Philly have the ball and a 15-8 lead and time to work with. 4.5 minutes to go until halftime. Aztecs have all 3 of their timeouts. Goulds has just 1.
The guy that has really stood out to me so far for the Aztecs is number 44, Dylan Pendle. See if they try to get him the football, but they won't because, again, he's not even in there now, I don't think.
Here's the pitch back. And down to the 49-yard line.
This is really interesting. This is a combination now. That was Kasim Phillips, but combination of old school football, the wing tee, that's the wing tee, a toss, power toss, and yet they spread the field and do all the things that everybody does out of the spread offense as well. So they make you defend both.
Kevin Shields is the center for North Philadelphia. There's the pitch to Pendle. And the Rams get good penetration to the short side and cut them down shy of the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, penetration absolutely kills this play, and take a look at it. That's the linebacker that does a nice job of scraping off inside. That was Cornell Nunn, the linebacker, that did a nice job of scraping into that hole from his middle backer position right there, number 15.
3rd down and 6, counting down to 3 minutes to go until halftime. Aztecs with the ball and the lead. Back to pass, stepping up, throwing on the run, incomplete. And that pass affected his ability to try to get it to Wyatt.
And that was a bust because you had 2 receivers, and there you see him right there running shoulder to shoulder. Somebody broke a route. And take a look at the pressure, not very well blocked. Penetration up inside, he really no chance, just lucky to get rid of the football.
Fourth down and 6. And whistles before the snap. North Philadelphia in punt formation.
The last 5 minutes of this game have been sloppy.
All right, prior to the snap, encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Now let's see if that's maybe a change of strategy here. Do they go for it?
They're going to put that offense out there in the field now.
Yep.
4th and a yard. Need to make the 46. And looks like they have it. Push the pile forward to the 46-yard line, and that will be a 1st down.
This is the old-fashioned wing T wedge play, and what that means is that the center, both guards and the tackle, they just try to keep their feet running. It's a quarterback sneak, but with wedge blocking, nobody goes to the ground. They try to keep on their feet and just keep moving that wedge right down the field.
Stewart got it away just as he was hit. He had a man running free at the 20-yard line, but was unable to get it to him.
The pressure from the Rams has been the difference in the passing game in this series. He has not had a chance to set his feet at all. He's just running for his life. The play action, the number one thing with play action pass is the protection is easy, nothing complicated. It's just gap protection, block down, and protect from the backside. But there was a mistake made on the backside.
Terry Camo was the intended receiver, and one of his favorite players is Saquon Barkley. Were you surprised that Barkley didn't make it as a Heisman finalist?
Shocked.
I was stunned by that as
Shocked.
well. 2nd down and 10. And this looks to go against the Rams.
And you jump off sides, and the rule is you come out for a play. Take a play off. Think about it.
Out of the snap, encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Well,
oh man,
we took exception to him jumping off sides. That's not good, though. Not good.
No, don't slap each other.
Not good. Poise. Guy makes a mistake as a teammate, you need to encourage.
That's exactly right. So North Philadelphia wants to call a timeout here. You see the penalties. Rams penalized 6 times for 39 yards. Aztecs 3 times for 25 yards. 2:15 to go here in the first half. North Philadelphia has the lead 15-8. They're facing a 2nd down and 5, and they're talking things over after Greg Bonner called a timeout.
2 very, very talented teams, though. And again, it's just who can calm down and make fewer mistakes, because these teams, I think, are very evenly matched.
You know, I was looking at Greg Bonner over there on the sidelines. I didn't notice this until now. Have you noticed on the front of his shirt, it's monogrammed Coach GB?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the whole staff. That's pretty cool.
I like that.
Now, he's been very, very successful in his 9 years. Those are pretty sharp, too.
As if you were a player on the Aztec and you wouldn't know who the coach is. Incomplete. At the 40-yard line, it would have been close to a first down. Pass was just behind Maurice Beverly.
Two very historic programs with a lot of really good athletes who can calm down and execute.
North Philadelphia in the dark uniforms, Gould in the red and white. Third down and 5. From the 40. Here's Pendle to the short side. Oh, man. And he ran into a stone wall at the 38-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 3.
Yeah, that was Mark Evans, the wide receiver, who supported. Watch the angle here. Watch number 7 right there. Mark Evans, who was so impressive as a wide receiver, looks pretty good as a DB.
Yeah, he sure does. Evans was on the receiving end of a 84-yard touchdown pass earlier in the second quarter. That is the only touchdown to this point for Goulds. Going for it on 4th down. 1 of 2 on 4th down conversion attempts. 4th and 5. Need the 35-yard line. It's Pendle. He cuts it back. He's got it. And he takes the ball down to the 31-yard line. So on 4th and 5, they run to the short side to the right, and Pendle with a nice cutback picks it up.
Yeah, that's the wing T toss power play. Not complicated. Block down, kick out, up, lead through the hole. They've been more successful running the wing T, the old stuff, in my opinion. Now, we've got to move rapidly here. Less than a minute to go now in the half.
North Philly has 2 timeouts to deal with. Here's the pitch, trying to go wide, kicking it to the outside, stiff arm, inside the 20, the 10, going for the goal line, touchdown North Philadelphia.
That is Terry Carmu. Number 25. Again, just that toss power, and that is an outstanding block by Maurice Beverly, number 7, that really sprung him here.
That's a 32-yard touchdown run. Camus takes it on in there for the score. Says if the whole football thing doesn't work out, he's going to work in the technology field. Well, that was pretty simple stuff right there. And the kick is wide to the left. He made a great move and got into the end zone to extend the lead.
Excellent. Oh, that was a great down block, a great block at the point of attack. And Camus, nice.
21-8, Aztecs' largest lead.
Made the safety miss right there, and it's off to the races.
.43 seconds remaining here in the half, and they are starting the fourth quarter in our other Division I junior varsity semifinal, where North Raleigh trying to make an 8-0 lead. They're throwing a shutout at Dorchester, trying to make that hold up. Winner of that game plays the winner of this game for the Division I Junior Varsity Championship. 21-8, North Philly with the lead after that touchdown a moment ago, and North Raleigh leads Dorchester 8-0 in the other semifinal. You see the winners advancing to the championship on December the 9th.
North Philly lost in the championship game last year. They look to me like they are on a mission.
Fielded at the 27-yard line. And good special teams come. Well, still up. And the flag is down at the 30-yard line.
Now that was Ramir Stewart, number 1, who missed the tackle but stayed after it.
Coming in, ball coming in.
He lost both shoes. He ran out of both shoes. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Watch this.
There's one.
There's one. Still got it. There's the other one right there.
That is rare.
Have you ever seen that?
No,
Dave?
I've never seen that.
No. You may need to spat those shoes.
Tell you what, those Super Bowl socks are kind of sharp. All right, 31 seconds left. Rams have only one timeout to work with. They trail 21-8. Although they have shown the ability to strike quickly. High throw, nearly picked off.
That was intended for Mark Evans. Be careful.
That was the kind of play, that may have been the exact same play that he scored on earlier in the half. Slant pattern that he took to the house.
Yeah, they went 3 by 1 and isolated him on the backside.
Yasir Williams with the coverage, number 23 for North Philadelphia. 26 seconds left. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Got into traffic, and that pass is intercepted back at the 45-yard line.
That is a great job of coaching. I'm sorry, Dave. That is they doubled him. They had one under and one deep. They doubled him that time, and that's just a terrific adjustment by Coach Bonner and that defensive staff. They were not going to let that happen again.
Stewart with the interception. 3 turnovers here in the first half for the Rams.
Yeah, same strategy twice in a row. They tried to get Evans isolated out there, and the second time they doubled him. One short and one over the top. Good job of coaching.
Well, North Philadelphia is going to spread it out. You got 4 wide here on 1st and 10 with only 18 seconds left, and a flag is down. Oh, check that. Not a flag. A timeout was called right before the snap of the ball. Timeout called by the Rams.
Yeah, conventional wisdom would be, just hold the football here, take a knee, whatever. But these spread teams now, buddy, they go for it every snap.
Yep, they do.
Relentless. Throw it up. Don't worry about the consequences.
When this half is over, we'll hear from Patrick Terry, the coach of the Goulds Rams. And before the beginning of the third quarter, we'll have a word with Greg Bonner, the coach of North Philadelphia. Aztecs will get the second half kickoff. And that's a consideration here. But we'll see how they choose to play it.
Well, this team can do it all now. They can run the old single wing style, and they can spread it out as well.
$18 seconds left, and that's going to be a penalty on the Rams.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
This game has really gotten sloppy here in the second quarter.
See what they choose to do now at midfield after the interception by Stewart. Quarterback going to let this one fly down the field, incomplete at the 15-yard line. Burton was the intended receiver. There were 2 defenders back there for the Rams. 10 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, the safety made a really nice break on the football all the way across the field. Take a look at the free safety here. That's him getting right there. That was Adrian Harris, the free safety, number 2.
North Philadelphia still with 2 timeouts. Wind's starting to kick up a bit here. The clouds that were not a factor in our first game have rolled in.
Yeah, we do have a cold front coming in. It's going to be what we consider at least very cold here in Florida in the 60s on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Down to the 39-yard line. 4 seconds left. So the Aztecs are going to take a timeout here with 4 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to put it up one more time.
Yeah. Barring a defensive penalty, this will be the final play of the first half in most cases. I think the Aztecs have to feel pretty good about things. I mean, they've got the lead here at the break. Goulds has showed the ability to make big plays, obviously, but at times they've just been their own worst enemy.
They have.
Bad snaps,
Yep.
penalties at the wrong time. North Philadelphia has played a better game to this point.
They've much cleaner game. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't sit back too much because the skill that the Goulds Rams have, especially with Evans and some of their other good wide receivers, Cornelius Wright.
Incomplete. And that will end the half.
(21-8) at the half. Both teams will go to their halftime tents. Coaches will try to make some adjustments and get things squared away.
Flag is down. Greg Bonner wants to know what it's all about. But it looks like we've reached the half.
Pleading his case.
Patrick Terry, the head coach of Goulds, joins us now. Coach Terry, thanks for your time. What was your impression of the first half?
We got to get more discipline on defense and offense. We just got to play our football, come back in the second half and make a better adjustments in our halftime, and come back and play a better second half.
Coach Terry, early in the game, you guys were right down in position to score, and you had a turnover that was returned, a fumble returned against you. I thought that was the key play, at least in the first half.
Yes, I think that was the turning point of the game. Getting the red zone, man, you got to get the points out of it. I feel like we made a minimal mistake. Let them get on the board. Now we fell behind a little in the game right for us, so we just got to come back and get a better second half.
Patrick, thanks for your time. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, we've come to the end of the first half. And North Philly, the Aztecs, with the lead over the Gould Rams, 21-8. We're halfway through this Division I Junior Varsity National Title Semifinal. Our halftime activities are coming next. Stay tuned from the ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Football, Falcons, Buccaneers, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
'61st Pop Warner Super Bowl at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. We're at halftime of a Division I Junior Varsity National Semifinal where the North Philly Aztecs lead the Gould Rams 21-8. Dave Weekly, Doug Graber back in our broadcast location. Doug, what was your take on the first half? North Philly, I think, played a little better. They played a more crisp half of football.
Yeah, they just made fewer mistakes, fewer penalties, fewer mistakes, and Gould was severely penalized when they had the ball right off the bat to score the first touchdown, turnover on the 5-yard line, and return the other way. That killed them.
Yeah, long way to go in this one, however. Let's check the highlights from our first half of action in this Division I Junior Varsity semifinal. Pass is caught, and then this ball is going to be stripped. Pulled away by Dylan Pindle, and he's off to the races down the sidelines.
Pindle, outstanding running back on offense and an outstanding linebacker on the defensive side.
And Stewart takes it the rest of the way from 8 yards out. The first score of the game, it was 7-0. And then, how about this big play? Evans goes 84 yards with it, and really some great moves.
What a smooth, fluid, great-looking athlete he is, and I'll tell you, North Philly better look for him in the second half.
Sweet run. Camo takes it in for the touchdown from 32 yards out.
Yep, that's just the old single wing off tackle power.
Not a lot of offensive yardage, but look at the Rams with a 4-1 advantage in the passing rather than the rushing yards. That's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, it is. And especially with, of course, the 84-yard one play that Evans had was the big reason for that.
And the Aztecs with 8 first downs in the first half. That's an indication that they had the ball more. 21-8, North Philly with the lead.
Thunder Pacers at 7. Hornets Rockets at 9:30. Tomorrow on ESPN.
Who's the new guy?
They call him the Whisperer. Watch this. Hey, Watson, what's avionics telling you?
Maintenance records and performance data suggest replacing capacitor C4.
What's with the coffee maker?
We are not on speaking terms.
21-8, North Philadelphia. The Aztecs lead the Gould Rams here at the break. We're just moments away from the third quarter kickoff. Greg Bonner, the head coach of North Philadelphia, joins us now. Greg, thanks for your time. What was your impression of the first half?
I think the first half went well for us. They forced us to make a few in-game adjustments. We knew that they were a pretty fast team, so all week we've been, working on coverage and working on different things. They're a little tricky. They're a tricky team to figure out. But we have a lot of in-game adjustments lined up for them.
Coach Bonner, I'm fascinated by your offense. It's kind of a combination of old school, a lot of the single wing type philosophy. Yet you can spread it out and do all that as well.
Well, I'm a big Auburn fan, so we run a lot of spread power. We're a double wing team, single wing team. We'll pretty much run anything that'll get the job done. We don't mind spreading you out, throwing it a little bit, running in between the tackles, running around you, screens, whatever we need to do to get the job done.
Greg, thanks for your time. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, Greg Bonner, head coach of North Philadelphia, Dorchester, and North Raleigh. And North Raleigh has blown this open in the fourth quarter, now leading 19-0 in the fourth quarter. Winner of that game plays the winner of our game in the Junior Varsity Division I National Championship game at the Pop Warner Super Bowl. And the way this game is going, Doug, those guys from North Raleigh, if they hold on, they'll probably be able to swing over to our field and see the end of this game.
Yeah, they'll be able to scout the fourth quarter, that's for sure. And I don't know if they're going to like what they see, though, out of North Philly, because they have been very, very impressive up to this point in this football game. But let me say this, there's a lot of talent on that sideline right there with Goulds, and they can score fast.
I was going to ask you, what do the Rams have to do to get back in this thing?
Well, they've got to find a way to get the ball to Evans, and the biggest thing is they have been their own worst enemy with their snaps and everything else. They just have to quit making so many errors.
North Philadelphia, they've been relatively sound defensively. They've been able to run the ball effectively. They've had control of the clock when they've been on offense. They played a solid first half. Let's see if they can put another one up there.
Yep, that's for sure. And I tell you, they better find out where that Evans, the wide receiver, is lined up and cover him.
Yeah, no kidding. Number 7, he's a factor. So Gould's offensively a threat to break out at any time. North Philadelphia is going to get the football first here to begin the third quarter. Gould's Rams from South Florida. They are in the white uniforms with the red helmets. And North Philadelphia, the Aztecs, are in the dark uniforms.
Yeah, Goulds just has to maintain their poise and composure. That's been the biggest problem for them. A couple turnovers would help.
Yep. No scoring in the first quarter of this game. All the scoring came in the second quarter. Most exciting play of the game was the 84-yard touchdown catch by Mark Evans, but it was the only score for the Rams in the first half. Now we'll see what happens in the second half. Third quarter underway. And a Good kickoff return out to the 41-yard line. So good starting field position for North Philadelphia.
Let's see if they open with Rashawn Wright at quarterback, number 2. That's Ramir Stewart, the wide receiver right there.
Yeah, he's already got a touchdown in this game. Opened the scoring with an 8-yard race into the right corner of the end zone.
And these coaches continually have to juggle the lineups because per Pop Warner rules, every player on that team must play 10 snaps. Great rule.
The Goulds with 31 players on their roster.
Yeah, that's the biggest roster we've seen in the tournament up to this point.
All right, we're set for play. Nose of the football just shy of the 40-yard line for the Aztecs. And there's a direct snap to Pendle, and look at Pendle go. Wow! Broke through one tackle attempt and is going to be forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Boy, Pendle has really been impressive.
Yeah, direct snap, single wing play. Oh, crack block on the linebacker. That's really the key block that's brought him, and then that's just a great, strong individual effort right there by Pendle.
Coming back quickly to the live action. Ooh, big hit. That was a 30-yard gainer by Pendle. Stop made by Cornelius Wright for the Rams.
Take a look at it right here. He's coming from the safety spot right there. Wow, that's a decleater.
Flag is down. This is going to go against the Aztecs. North Raleigh has scored again in the fourth quarter and lead Dorchester 25-0. And that game is getting late. Winner of that game gets the winner of our game for the Division I Junior Varsity Championship. Just under 2 minutes to play in that game. And North Raleigh looks to be closing in on a championship game berth.
You know, and I love this offense because, you know, you can talk all you want about the spread and this, that, and the fancy stuff, but this old school single wing rushing attack, if I'm North Philadelphia, that's the answer right now. Control the clock, run the football. Got a nice lead, don't make errors.
Second down and 11. Quarterback keeper to the wide side, now bringing it back the other way, down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're doing. This is all just old school single wing football.
Ramir Stewart on the carry.
Off tackle power, double team down, kick out, bring the running back up through as the lead blocker.
Stewart picks up 6. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Nothing fancy. Block and run.
Aztecs taking the third quarter kickoff, and they've reached the 25-yard line. That's going to be a first down and a little bit more. Look at that. All the way down near the 10-yard line. And that's Burton, Talik Burton.
Yeah, that's just the quick hitter off the single wing, right up the middle. Direct snap to the up back right there. Very, very deceptive. Hard to see for the linebackers. And they really caught Goulds right there. Talik Burton. Doubles doing their kicking and punting.
First and goal with the ball resting on the 10-yard line. To the wide side, trying to turn the corner. Inside the 5-yard line, and Pendle takes it down to the 3. And right now, the Aztecs from North Philadelphia are rolling downhill.
Boy, the clock is running. There's the double team block we talk about right there at the point of attack. And Pendle, he's just a good, solid, hard-nosed running back.
from the 3-yard line. North Philadelphia looking to score here and extend the lead. Inside. Wow. And there goes Talik Burton right up the middle for the touchdown for North Philly.
That's the direct snap to the up back, and this is very deceptive. You can't even see it. If you're the safety, where's the football? I don't know, because you can't see it. It's a direct snap to the up back. That's another staple of this old double wing offense. And I think very appropriate, because this is where all this offense started in Philadelphia with Pop Warner.
So the Aztecs extend their lead to 27-8. That's their largest lead of the game. And a 2-point kick attempt coming here. Kick is up and the kick is good. 29-8.
Boy, what a great opening drive to start this
kick
second
is good.
half.
First a foul.
There's only 6 minutes
Repping
left.
the kicker. Defense.
And a penalty running into the kicker on top. There's this direct snap to the up back. Very deceptive. Hard to find the football for the linebackers.
So Burton with the touchdown run, the 2-point kick. 29-8, roughing the kicker. That's going to be marked off on the kickoff. Omar Hale sends us a tweet saying, watching future recruits in the Pop Warner semis, it's never too early. You got that right. Hashtag 215, hashtag 305, hashtag RIP Wiz, hashtag Pop Warner SB.
You know, and Dave, he's exactly correct. These kids are 10, 11, and 12, but it's not hard to pick out real talent right here at this age group.
29-8.
What a great drive to open the second. Wow.
Man.
And all old school football.
Yep.
Every single play. No spread, nothing fancy.
No
just
pass.
Old school football, the double wing, single wing type of attack. Power off tackle, a quick hitter, a direct snap to the up back.
No passes. And this kick.
Oh, that's recovered.
That's a live ball.
Absolutely.
And Stewart's on it. How about that?
That's a horrible, horrible mental error by Goulds in the kicking game.
So that's Burton with a kick.
Yep.
And keep your eye on number 1, Stewart.
Do you think that was planned that way?
No way.
See, I'm always trying to give credit to the coaches.
I gotcha.
Wow. Devastating for Goulds. Boy, everything is going their way in this game.
Yeah, but you just never know in these types of games.
No, you don't. Here we go, back to the old double wing. There's the power off tackle.
From the 23. Kasim Phillips on the carry, and he gets positive yards down near the 20.
Just watch the blocking at the point of attack here. There's the double team block. Here comes the guard around. There's the hole, up and through. Lower the pads, bend your knees. Positive play. 9 yards.
Aztecs have controlled the ball for more than the opening 4 minutes of the third quarter. They scored, recovered the kick, and they're in the red zone now at the 15-yard line. Kicking it to the outside is Phillips, stretching for the goal line, touchdown.
Kasim Phillips running back on offense, nose tackle on defense. And that time they finally took away the power at the point of attack, but the cutback was there. Watch the cutback here now. Nice job by Phillips, seeing it right there. Great cutback. Stiff arm into the end zone.
So back-to-back touchdowns by North Philadelphia, and they have opened up the lead 35-8. Flag is down.
Officials are discussing this.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, half the distance to the goal. Try for point.
Come on, Rams. Keep your poise.
Roll out. Incomplete, the pass at the goal line. So the try for 1 point is no good. 35-8.
Terrific cutback right there, and a second cutback. Stiff arm. You know what? He may have gotten away with one. He may have grabbed the face mask right there. He may have gotten away just momentarily.
Still to come today, 2 more live games. National semifinals, Pee Wee Division 115. It's a battle of Raiders. Palmetto and Northwest, and Hartford and Pompano Beach. Varsity semifinals at 3:15. Drew Felios, Rini and Golia will have the call on that afternoon doubleheader. 35-8. I don't think you couldn't ask for a better start to the second half for North Philadelphia.
Absolutely not. I mean, the long drive and the score all on the ground, and then to recover the onside, whether it was an onside kick or not, but to recover the kick and another quick score. Wow. And really, honestly, these teams, to me, talent-wise, are really fairly evenly matched. But it's just everything has gone the way of the Aztecs. And give them credit; they haven't made mistakes.
And that kick is going to be covered back at the 29-yard line, and that was Cornelius Wright who got on it.
Virtually the same kick as the kick before. This time they were ready for it. Okay, let's see if the team in red can get something going offensively. First possession of the second half.
Yeah, and you're almost halfway through the third quarter.
Yep.
Got a water break here, so let's check some of the brackets. Junior Pee Wee will start there. If you're joining us, we had the Florida City Razorbacks win over the Far West Jets on Field 17 this morning on ESPN3. That game's probably archived by now. 40-28 your final score. They will meet the Virginia Beach Mustangs, who defeated the Harvey Colts. In the Pee Wee division, Virginia Beach and Hawaii will meet, and then Palmetto and Northwest at the bottom of that bracket. That'll be on ESPN3 in about an hour. And then in the varsity competition, that's at 3:15 this afternoon, semifinals, Northwest Raiders, Rampo SV Hornets will take on the winner of Hartford and Pompano Beach. That Hartford-Pompano Beach game from Field 17 will be seen live here on ESPN3 at approximately 3:15. And we're back at it. From the 29-yard line, handoff inside. Oh, man. Wow. Big hit in there. Walker on the carry, and he was just absolutely drilled by Stewart.
Yeah, and that's the second time now we've seen Stewart come up and have a major collision right there. Has played safety and corner. Watch this. Bam.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
I think it's really, really cool that the Aztecs are honoring their past president who passed away, Coach Wiz, with his name on their jerseys.
Yep, that's his face as well on the helmet logo, on the helmet decal.
Wow, that is really, really a great tribute to him.
Spinning up to the 31-yard line.
Wow.
Face on the pants as well.
What a tribute. He's the reason, one of the main reasons why this organization has been so successful down through the years, Dave.
A big play here. for the Rams. They don't want to go 3 and out after giving up back-to-back touchdowns to start this half. Anton Coney, the quarterback, under center this time. 3.5 to play, third quarter. Coney back to pass. Going to send this one down the field. The pass is intercepted. That's right. Here's Stewart. Stewart, 30, 20. Great move inside the 10 to the house. That's a pick 6 and another Aztec touchdown.
Boy, Ramir Stewart, he has put on a show here in the secondary today. Watch him high point this football. Beautifully judged. And boy, he knows what to do with it. Some good blocks here down the sideline. Great block right there. Good cutback right there.
Man, that play is big time.
That is a good looking athlete.
A great move there, and another great move to get in the end zone.
And one of the tweets we just had earlier about evaluating talent early.
Yeah.
Hey, you are right on.
You got that called right.
You know, and everything has changed so much now. In many cases, you've got guys getting offered as freshmen and sophomores in high school. It's crazy.
41-8, and now we're in a running clock situation with the Aztecs leading by 28 or more. Handoff inside and spinning in for the 1 point. Extra point. It's Beverly in to make it 42-8. All right, so checking out the running clock rules. Anytime a team goes up by 28 or more, clock only stops for injury or a referee's call. No running outside the tackles or passing.
Yeah, that's obviously by the team that has the lead.
And I think it's probably fair to say that the Goulds Rams never thought they'd be in a situation where the clock would be running against them.
No, and this just, you could not have predicted this, and because this team is a team that has a lot of talent. They have just been outperformed today, and they've made a lot of mistakes, whereas North Philadelphia has made very few mistakes. Never changes in the game. You make mistakes and turnovers and penalties and everything else, it's going to come back and get you every single time, and it has.
Clock running. We'll get our kickoff going in just a moment after that touchdown. And what a half by North Philadelphia. 3 touchdowns here in the third quarter after they led 21-8. They scored a touchdown. The score was 15-8. Then they scored a touchdown with 43 seconds to go before halftime to make it 21-8. Then in the third quarter, 3 consecutive touchdowns, and they've blown the game open.
Yeah, they had the football to start the second half, right down the field, all running plays, all of the single wing type stuff. And then, of course, the kickoff that they recovered right down the field. And then, of course, now the interception for a score. Tough day for the Rams.
There's the kickoff. Fielded at the 27-yard line. And that's Cornelius Wright, brought down at the 35. Burton with a 3-yard touchdown run. Phillips a 15-yard touchdown run. Stewart a pick 6 that covered 53 yards just moments ago. And we've come to the end of the third quarter of this Division I junior varsity semifinal. North Philly, the Aztecs 42, the Gould Rams 8.
We can call in and ask.
Okay, well, that's something, I guess.
Hey, can you help me get the house ready for the party?
Sure. Alexa, play the Yule log.
That doesn't count.
Okay. Alexa, turn up the thermostat temperature.
Okay. Are you really still on the sofa?
Pop Warner Little Scholars, a big part of the Pop Warner football experience. We are set to begin our fourth quarter of play here. North Philadelphia, the Aztecs, they've blown this game open in the second half. 21-8 at the break. It's 42-8 now over the Goulds Rams. You know you're having a good day when you're texting people inside the game. And the other side, not quite as happy at the moment.
A lot of heads down right there.
Get your heads up, guys. You know, this is all part of a learning experience, competition. And you're an elite team, and suddenly when you get to the Pop Warner Super Bowl, you find out, hey, there's other elite teams too.
And let's give this team and this coach credit. This team lost in the championship game last year, and they came here on a mission.
Yep. Patrick Terry, you know, you should never be disappointed by getting to the national semifinals, although I'm sure he had better hopes for today's game. Big loss back to the 28-yard line. And, you know, we've talked about the big plays that North Philadelphia has made offensively, their terrific ground game. But what about their defense? With the exception of that one long catch and run for a touchdown by Mark Evans, Goulds Rams have been shut down.
They have, and they've been very consistent on defense, and they run to the football well. And other than the 84-yard play, they have been solid all day. And there's a lot of skill on the Rams' side of the field. They have negated their speed.
We're in a running clock situation at the moment. North Philadelphia looking to get back to the championship game. They seem to be well on their way with 8.5 minutes to go here.
Going to spread the field.
Rams going to send 4 wide, trips to the top. 1 back as they show a little bit of a pistol look here. High snap. Nearly intercepted.
Just have not been able to execute. The throw was high, and they were fortunate that that ended up hitting the ground.
But you don't want to be around that guy right there. Pendle is a playmaker for North Philadelphia.
On offense and defense.
And he's talking about, you know, I should have had that. Not sure if that's the case, but you always want to think that you're going to make a big play.
Clock is running. There you see the field house across from the Goulds, behind the Goulds sideline.
3rd down and 19.
Anton Coney at quarterback, number 4.
Pass caught. And boy, look at all of the hats the Aztecs put on the ball carrier.
Now that was a completion for maybe about a foot.
They get the ball to Evans, but he draws a crowd. Look at this.
Hey, North Philly figured that out pretty quick, didn't they? And that showed right before the half. Remember when they doubled Evans and came up with an interception.
Flag is down.
I thought it was an illegal formation. Let's see what the call is.
This is going to go against North Philadelphia. So on 3rd and 19, a 15-yard mark-off is going to give Goulds an automatic first down.
Good look at that offensive line. Guys, Dylan Pendle's had a huge impact on this game. His strip fumble return in the first quarter was still the key play of this game.
Coney at quarterback, an empty set this time with 5 wide. A man comes in motion to the wide side. Coney steps up, avoids the rush, does a nice job with that. Another avoided tackle, and that's going to be very close to a first down at the 49-yard line of North Philadelphia.
The Aztecs played a zone coverage and played it very, very well. No place to go with the football. Positive play for Coney.
Gould's trying to put a couple of positive plays together here.
That's a first down.
Roof has kind of collapsed on them here in the second half. They want to wrap this game up with a couple of positive plays if they can. Maybe get back in the end zone once or twice.
But Dave, you're correct. This is definitely a character check for Goulds. You're way down. You've been embarrassed. The game is essentially over. Let's see if they can play hard and execute here at the end. I'm going to call these guys the whiz kids.
I think that's fair.
This is going to be, it looks like a 2-deep zone. It is, by the Aztecs.
First down at the 49. And that is going to be picked. And this may be a touchdown. We have whistles before the return. Oh, you can't advance the ball on a running clock.
Yep.
Hey,
so Maurice Beverly is going to get the pick, but he won't get the 6.
Boy, this defense is very well coached. I mean, everything that the Rams have thrown at them today, they've had an answer for.
Man, was he waiting on this or what?
Yeah, made a great break on the football. That's zone defense. And, Coney did not look him off at all, and he just made a great break on the ball. Nobody expected this kind of a football game with these two teams. And just when things couldn't get much worse, they just did for the Rams.
Yeah, their defense has just been something else. The Aztecs. Change of possession will stop the running clock situation for just a moment.
And remember now, every run must be inside the tackles.
Pitch back to Phillips, and a flag comes in. Phillips has a 15-yard touchdown run in this second half surge by North Philly.
Now that was Noah Perez that made a nice play for Gould.
Hey, on the offense or defense? Face mask. Defense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
We continue to get social media responses from our viewers today on this game. From Matt, North Philly Aztecs representing out here in the Pop Warner Super Bowl. That's a dominant W right there. Hashtag Pop Warner SB. I think we both have to agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen a Florida team beaten this badly in this tournament.
Hand off to Beverly, and Beverly trying to take this one into the end zone. He's going to be dragged down at around the 10-yard line. Another flag is down.
Yeah, late flag. Possible hold. Let's see. Clock continues to run.
Offense ran outside the tackles. It's a 5-yard penalty. Lost it down. Still second down.
Well,
it's tough to teach that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, that play was designed to be an interior running play. No question about that. And, the kids, they're going to follow their instinct. I mean, they're not going to run into the backs of their offensive linemen.
True. But you know what? In the official's defense on that call, that is a correct call.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a correct call.
Yep.
And these teams that are so dominant do play in these running clock situations quite often.
Yep. 2nd and 11. They could probably just run quarterback sneaks for 3 plays here and the game would be over. Let's see what they do.
Inside of 2 minutes to go in the game. Oh my. The quarterback put his hands up under center and then backed away, and the center snapped the ball.
Yeah. The quarterback was expecting the ball to be snapped. It wasn't, and then it was snapped when he wasn't expecting.
All right, we're all on the same page, we think.
Fourth down.
North Philadelphia calls a timeout. And meanwhile, the clock is going to continue to run, and time may expire here.
Yeah, Coach Bonner was upset with that last little fiasco between the center and the quarterback. Now, the Rams had a great season. I mean, just to come out of their district and make it to this tournament, that is saying something. Remember, this is a team that plays in an outstanding district of a lot of good football teams.
And that is going to basically do it for this game.
Yep, the teams are already starting to line up, I think, at the 50-yard line. At least North Philly is. Nice job, Coach. That's exactly right.
Greg Bonner and North Philly, the Aztecs, moving on to the championship game. Division I junior varsity, after a really impressive performance to start this second half, and they rolled to a 42-8 win over the Goulds Rams.
Yeah, absolutely dominant performance, and as we've talked about, this team is on a mission. They got beat in the final last year. It'll be interesting to see if they can come away with the championship this year. Good job, Coach.
Tell you what, Doug, North Philly comes into that championship game with a really tough ground game and a really strong defense.
Rock solid defense.
They are going to be a tough out. Greg Bonner, the head coach of North Philly, congratulations. Your Aztecs just played a wonderful game today. How about that great start to the third quarter?
Yeah, like I said in the first half, we had to go over and make a few adjustments. These guys are really, really fast. And where we're from, we get a lot of teams that run downhill right at us. So our front seven is really built to stop the run. So we had to make a really, really big adjustment in order to be able to run with these guys. So we played a lot of cover 2 today and a lot of cover 3 and a lot of cloud coverage just to try to keep everything underneath and rally.
Yeah, your defensive game plan, I thought, was spectacular. Coach, what a tribute to Coach Wiz this victory is for your organization.
Yes, absolutely. We've dedicated every set of uniforms that we received to Coach Wiz. Every game is dedicated to Coach Wiz. On the back of every kid's jersey, we have his name. And the kids voted. They'd rather have his name on the back of the jerseys than their own. So that just says a lot about the character of this team.
Hey, Greg, finally, you're right back where you were last year. How do you feel about the matchup against North Raleigh?
I think that coming down here last year, we just really weren't ready to win it. We learned from our mistakes. We came back and we made a drastic change in our playing style to be able to combat all the different styles that we're seeing down here. I think that we'll be ready for anything that they can throw at us.
All right. Hey, congratulations on the victory today, and congratulations on making the final and giving us some time after the game. Good job, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, so there you go. Division I Junior Varsity. The final is now set for ESPNU at 10 a.m. on Saturday. North Philly, the Aztecs defeat Goulds Rams 42-8. Meanwhile, North Raleigh blanks Dorchester 25-0. So it's North Raleigh and North Philly Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So for my partner, Doug Graber, I'm Dave Weekley saying so long from the ESPN wide world of sports. The Junior Varsity Championship game in Division I is set. North Philadelphia is there after a 42-8 win over Goulds Rams. We'll see you next time.